Welcome back to HealthWise. I'm your host, Reggie, and with us is Dr. Kerry030612c, and we were talking about the rabbit cook-off and how it is just instrumental in funding the scholarship program for cops and kids.
Right.
Right.
Oh, so now you're down to one name, man, like Reggie.
Yeah.
Like Madonna, Shaq. I mean, you don't need another name.
That's
man.
a perk. That's
Reggie.
a perk. No, that's right. Everybody knows Reggie.
I wish I could get down like one name, Doc. It's like Reggie.
Well, we're gonna start calling you Doc. Okay.
Yeah, the rabbit cook-off.
All right. So, Doc, tell us what well, first of all, too, you mentioned the St. Hubert Benevolent Society.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that. Yeah, I know you talked about it once before, but for some of the audience that don't know.
St. Hubert Benevolent Society was started about 13 years ago. Meredith Burley and I started the nonprofit group in order to bring the hunting community together to help a hunter who had fallen on hard times due to medical illness or other financial catastrophes. And it was started initially to help her father, Edgar Burley, who was a principal at Porterbury High, great man, very beloved. And we felt that if we held a cook-off, we could get a lot of his friends and people who knew him and hunters in general to come out. And he loved squirrel hunting, he loved cooking squirrels, and so we thought doing a squirrel cook-off in his honor would be appropriate. And it's such a big hit, 13 years later we're still doing it, and we've expanded to include the rabbit cook-off for the reasons we stated earlier. And then we're very fortunate and blessed to be involved with such a great man as Sheriff Guidros to help fund and promote such a wonderful program that I think makes a significant impact in our. I think if it weren't for things like that, we'd be surrounded with chaos, and our children would be criminals, and we would be spending so much money on trying to keep people safe, and it would just be a terrible, terrible place. Instead, we have people like Sheriff Guidros, people like the members of our society, and people that come out to support our cook-offs, and that money in turn goes to help other people. And it's a sort of an example or a model for what was intended initially when America was founded, that neighbors would help neighbors, and everybody would come together, and you don't necessarily need the government to take care of you. Right. You can take care of your own.
Right.
And Sheriff Guidros' program is an example when a government official can then think outside the box and work outside of his job description. Some sheriffs would say, well, that's not my job. But that just tells you what kind of proactive sheriff we have. And so we're hoping that if you got nothing better to do, you come out Saturday, March 10th, and at Willie's Washington Campground. We got live music. We got jambalaya and hamburgers and hot dogs. We got people cooking rabbit all day. The cook-off starts at 10 o'clock. You can show up and register on site. It's $50 entry fee. We start the cook-off as soon as you get there and can get set up. And we usually start the judging around 2:30, but we're watching the weather. If it looks like we're going to have inclement weather in the late afternoon, we may bump up the times a little bit. Okay. But we'll make announcements all day. We've got live music from provided by the Hurricanes.
Which incidentally is Dr. Thibodeau's band.
Yeah, well, it's not just my band.
Well, but
it's my friends.
Yeah, his friends. Dr. Thibodeau and friends, the Hurricanes. Well, or Doc. We're not going to call him Doc Thibodeau, we're going to Doc.
Has one name now.
One name.
And the guys in the Hurricanes come out and play every year and give up their time to make sure that we have some live music. We have the Mouton Camp Sons of the Confederacy come out, and they got a big cannon, and they do some enactments of how a Civil War cannon was fired. And they've been doing this for a long, long time, and it adds a lot of excitement to the day.
Now, you mentioned about the rabbit. I assume you have to provide your own rabbits.
Got to provide your own rabbit, all your cooking tools, everything you need. We do have some electricity out there, but if you need electricity and you run some cords, you don't need to cook rice because this is not a rice cooking contest.
Okay.
This is a rabbit gravy contest. So our samples include a couple of pieces of rabbit and some of the gravy for our judges to taste. And then the rest after that you can share with your friends and or family.
So they don't sell it, they just provide free samples to...
Well, yeah, most of the time the sampling is up to the cooks if they want to give out samples. But most of the people that come to cook little small gravies for them and their team, and then they submit to the judge, and then they commence to eat. So.
Okay, but so now you said they're gonna have hamburgers and all.
Yeah, there's
other
other food sold by the society.
Sold. Okay, right. So just because you may not eat rabbit, but you can still come to the rabbit
we got
cook-off
jambalaya, some of the best jambalaya in the world.
Wow.
And then hamburgers and hot dogs all day long. So.
Okay.
Soda waters.
And good music.
Live music.
That's
the
right.
best kind.
Dr. Thibodeau. And
Reggie been known to sit in a couple of times.
Every now and then.
Sing a little bit.
I sing a little bit.
That's it.
But okay, Doc, well, we're going to talk a little bit more about the rabbit cook-off after we take this brief message for our sponsors.
All right.